So like in last semester, we learned about ethics and integrity, which is a compulsory subject for every student in UTP. And eventually we have to do like one case study about one MDB because it's an ethical issue in Malaysia. So by doing this case study, we also learn the same thing for this semester in Falsafah and Issue semester because we have to do plenty of literature review and a lot of engagements with many stakeholders in order to help us how we're going to deal with this particular project, which is very useful, and we found a lot of similarity in this between things, but it's just that how you change the themes and the topic. Three challenges that comes from this research proposal that we have encountered. First is that when we were doing the literature review, there are so many complicated words and jargons that we couldn't comprehend and understand because it's very research and it's very methodological. I think perhaps that only PhD student could deal with it. Second, we find that in this research there's just plenty of insufficient materials, which means that we have a very limited inputs. That's why we have to go through the survey. And when it comes to the survey, is that it also brings us to a bigger problem, because how do you actually measure sentiments? When we're doing the survey, it only happens that when we use the Likert scale, which is between strongly agree to strongly disagree, and there's a neutral stance on it, it makes hard for us to comprehend on the matter of sentiments. Because how do you actually measure sentiments in a real world problems? Personally, for me, I believe that in terms of my leadership skills, it has helped me a lot because I have to divide the task between my group members, and then I have to guide them on what they should do with this task. Like maybe 2 people doing literature review, 3 people reading the news articles, and then we combine together our data and inputs. Eventually, we know what we are going to do with this topic. So we set up the instruments to measure the sentiment through surveys, and eventually it was very successful. More than 30 people replied to our survey, thank God. And I think like at some point we've been engaging a lot with the communities, and this has helped us a lot in our own leadership skills. And I believe that this could be very beneficial in the future if someone decided to assist and improve our research methodological, because right now it's very quantitative, but if you want to measure something that is qualitative, then you need to set up a lot of parameters, and I think that can only be done by an actual researcher or PhD students.